right, good morning, everyone. Happy 4th of July on the 6th, I guess I'm saying that. But the weekend was the 4th of July. I was gone in Mexico. We went down there for a small vacation. Dannella was just saying she cooked out for 250 people. That's a lot of people to cook for. But when you have that many friends and you're that connected into the community, isn't that amazing how you attract so many people toward you? And it's so interesting because today we're talking about that, and the whole reason why I created Lead Up for Women, the why this book came about, Step into the Spotlight to Expand Your Influence to attract more customers, really has a lot to do with exactly what you did over the weekend, Janella. It's one thing I knew when I was helping businesses launch was when they were connected in the community and more people knew about them, they were visible, they could be seen, they could be heard. The more successful their business was, wouldn't you say?
Oh, without a doubt. And even more so, in this time where we either connect digitally or we connect in person, connection is key, however we do it. And I think we all saw that shift last year. Like, we craved connection and business pivoted. Like, how can we still have that connection, but in the digital space? And now here we are halfway through 2021. And in some areas, things are opening up. And in others, we're finding, continued great ways to connect in a digital way in a much bigger community.
Yeah,
But growing your business, connection plus community equals currency. And nothing has been a bigger representation of that than the businesses that have grown and thrived in 2020 and 2021 and beyond, and those that did not. I always like to recognize those businesses that were irreparably harmed, by 2020. And it was those that could not find a way to still have connection and community, and businesses suffered. But if you're able to have that, and either in a digital space or in an in-person space, you cannot help but thrive as a business,
I
because
agree.
that is what people
Absolutely.
are looking for.
Yeah. So listeners, what are you looking for? Because we're having a summit on Monday and Tuesday, next Monday and Tuesday, July 12th and 13th. And I've assembled 11 experts. And these experts, we've not only decided to do a summit to give you more practical tips for you to apply right away. Each person has their own industry that they help others expand their influence. But then we've decided to go ahead and write a book, that way it can have shelf life, because this is a manual about being seen, getting so yourself connected. How can you be seen? How do you expand your influence in this digital world we're in today? And Dannella gave you in this summit, she's going to give you a lot more tips and action for you to take right away. And everything that Dannella does is about maximizing your opportunities from stage to monetize your message. And Dannella, how do you help people do that? You do events for other people. You're my event planner for our 3-day event coming up, the Leap event in August. I mean, you're fantastic. So how are you helping others besides helping me expand my influence in that way? How do you individually? So if a listener is watching and they're like, how do I earn money from stage? I've been trying to do this for a long time, but I don't really know what my first steps are. You have some events coming up, you have a lot of things going on that you help people with.
Yeah. So for us, it started with event hosts, and I've been an event producer for a long time and helping experts like yourself who are ready to really command their own stage. And your own stage is your own event, whether it's, a half day workshop, it's a 1 day event, it's where you are the only speaker at your event, or maybe you're the host of a multi speaker event like you're doing next week on the
Mhm.
summit, or you're doing like a 3 day event where you're selling a high ticket offer. All of those are opportunities for you to maximize your own stage, your own platform. You're inviting people into your world. And depending on what you're looking to take people to, different types of event lead to kind of different types of outcomes. So we help event hosts make sure they're doing the right kind of event, they're bringing the right audience to that event, And then they're positioned to have the right outcome, whether it's bringing people into their programs and products and services, or they're opening up their community. So all of that is possible from your own stage. And that we've done for years and years. What it led to, though, 2 years ago was we were doing a lot of matchmaking, helping other speakers connect with other stages, and always from our event host perspective. But then we had more speakers who needed help than we had events to kind of plug them into. So we launched Speakers Need to Speak to help speakers get out and maximize those stages around the world that are possible, whether in person, the stages that you step up onto, or now digitally, the stages that you speak on, like you and I are here. This is a platform, this is a stage, this is an opportunity to connect. Or some of the social media platforms like Clubhouse, or doing Facebook Lives, doing other people's summits. So we have a speakers community where we help speakers with leads, resources, and community maximize other people's stages. And then when speakers are ready to have their own stage, we help them with that. So both sides really of the same goal or outcome is, how do you use that stage and that opportunity to bring an audience together and give them amazing value, amazing content, and then take them to the next step in business with you.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, because there's so many people out there waiting to hear your message, waiting to either be inspired by you, to be able to have the opportunity to work with you because they didn't know that you had something that they needed to be able to expand their business, right? There's so many opportunities, and the one-to-many approach seems to be very hot and hip right now.
Yep.
Podcasts, right? Podcasts are a one-to-many, stages are a one-to-many. Even though we're coming back to the personal stages and now we're going to be in person, many events are kind of hybriding or coming back into person. I believe that we should never forget that this digital age is here forever. There's always going to be the opportunity to be online, to speak to one-to-many, to be on a podcast, to be on a virtual stage. And these are not going away. I mean, they're here to stay.
The event industry really is irrevocably changed. Prior to, March of 2020, we put on in-person events. That was the model, and you would attract people, and people had to make a larger time commitment to come to your event. They had to travel. If you were a speaker, you might only be speaking for 1 hour, but that might take you 3 days because you're traveling to that event. You're then at the event all day, you're speaking, and then you're traveling home. We've seen some unexpected benefits to going virtual, and some of that I don't think will change at all. Throughout the rest of 2021 and into 2022, many of our event hosts are staying with the in-person event when they're really attracting new people, because they can attract new people that don't have to travel, don't have to make as big a time commitment, as big a financial commitment. They can literally just come to the event from the comfort of their own home. That's attractive if you don't know an event host or you don't know a community yet. So that part of enrolling new people, inviting new people into your world, is going to stay virtual for a while. We're recommending most of our clients look to in person once you have that person in your community, and to do fulfillment events or retreats or boot camps or workshops that are in person, where it's maybe a smaller number of people, a much more predictable number of people, and then spend your money in the venue and the hospitality and the things that really do add to the expense of an event. Do that for the people that are already in your community, and you want to love on them, you want to have that community, you want to get together. But for the open events like summits or enrollment events, keep it virtual, keep some of those costs down, put your money and expenses into providing better content, bringing in outside speakers, providing entertainment or swag or those things, more marketing. And skip some of the $119 gallons of coffee that we we used to spend in hotels all the time. you know,
It's
it
amazing how overinflated the prices of things are, and now everyone can just get their own coffee from their own house. So
right.
if you are a speaker and you're listening to this, or you're not even a speaker yet, but you have a product that you sell, you're a coach, you have a product, you have a service, something that you're selling. Just exactly what Dannella said, start small. There are so many ways for you to get an audience, to really start building that community, because you want to build your own community. And then in addition to that, then you can start going larger, but command your own stage and have your own platform. And this is just the tip of what Dannella is going to talk about on our summit on Monday and Tuesday, as well as what she's written in the book. You're going to be able to dive a lot deeper into who Dannella is, why she does what she does, what she recommends that you do, and then all of the follow-up that Dannella has for you in free gifts and free advice for you to get connected with her community. And I always say, we have a lot more time than we do money when we start launching a business. We all did. So
Yeah.
because you have more time, take advantage of the free opportunities that people are offering you, because it will really help you dig in and start learning and start realizing, what is my next step and what do I need to do to navigate through this process to become very successful and explode my business. So Dannella, any last words before we leave our peeps out here
Well,
listening live?
participate in this summit. I mean, it is an amazing collection of experts that Colleen has brought together for the summit. And so, really, whatever stage of business you're at, if you're just starting out, you've got more time than money. If you're in that process of growing and, that kind of awkward, do I have more time, or I have a little bit of money, and where should I spend it? And what's the next step? Or if you've kind of gotten beyond that and you're looking to scale, you're going to find an expert in this summit. I mean, Colleen with Lead Up for Women just surrounds herself with amazing experts. And so wherever you're at, whatever stage, you're going to get some valuable information at this summit that you can apply now, you can apply later, you can connect to the expert that you need
Yeah.
to start taking action now. Because the one thing that I can speak for Colleen and myself, take action, get the information, but then don't just be, an information hoard, and tuck it away and put it on the back burner. Highlight the couple of things that you're going to do right now and take action, because we love to see people succeed. We love to be able to, look at a client or look at a colleague and go, wow, we knew them then, look at where they're at now, like they're on fire. Like nothing makes the two of us happier than to be able to just sit back and go, wow, that person is on fire. And it's because they took action. So go to the summit, take great notes, and connect with those experts that are going to help you at the stage that you're at.
Well, I couldn't have said it better myself. So Dannella, thank you so much for being with us today. And just a reminder, the link is below. So click on the link and get your free ticket. It's free, by the way. Remember, I said take advantage of free. And it's on Monday and Tuesday from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. They're going to stream live. So you'll be able to see all the different experts on those 2 days. So thank you again for joining me today, Dannella. Thanks to all of you for being here today and being in the Lead Up for Women community. We support you and we look forward to seeing you on Monday and Tuesday. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful week. Bye-bye now.